in life you only get a minute. It's just 60 seconds in it. It's forced upon you. You can't refuse it. You didn't seek it. You didn't choose it. But it's up to you to use it. You will suffer if you lose it. Give an account if you abuse it. First a second, then a minute. But our whole life dwells within it. And that's what that caterpillar is thinking every day. Probably who wants to be a caterpillar here in life? Who say, yeah, God, make me a caterpillar. That's what I want to be. You got 10 legs. You're trying to get through life. Birds swooping down, trying to eat you up and stuff. People misunderstanding you. There's this lady, she said to this man, she said to her husband, she said, honey, I'm proud of you. He said, huh? She said, I'm proud of you. He said, huh? She said, I'm proud of you. He said, oh, I've been tired of you. Little humorous, but the point that I'm making is a lot of times we misunderstand each other because we don't slow down and assess what's really valuable in our communication. So where we should be saying, I'm proud of you too, we're hearing something else because we need to slow down, y'all. Because that's what the caterpillar has to do, because he has to be careful, because there's some pitfalls in life, there's some traps in life. But he can get through this thing, okay, with the help of the same God that's going to guide him into that cocoon. He's got to get into the cocoon. Because when he gets into the cocoon, a metamorphosis is going to take place. That's that same God, though, that's going to speak to that baby in the womb. Because that's an amazing, miraculous thing that God would give us an opportunity to procreate with him, and two people pour into the cup and create masterpieces, y'all. That's beautiful, isn't it? That we can create masterpieces that will live for eternity. Whatever's after here, the universe. But we can participate in that. That's outstanding. So the same God that's speaking to that baby in the womb, speaking to that caterpillar in the cocoon. But what if he don't get to the cocoon? Ladies and gentlemen, what if you don't get to your vision? What if a little sleep, a little slumber, young man, you stay in the bed too long, watch TV too long, play the video games too long, hang out with your partners too long, when you know you only get a minute? It's just 60 seconds in it. It's forced upon you. You can't refuse it, y'all. But we can use it. And together we're stronger because we have synergy. If we can slow down, talk a little bit, synergize a little bit, understand we have differences, because everybody's history, when you check it out, is beautiful. And if we're going to sing every morning, God bless America, then that's a good song to sing, because that means you have a seat at the table, y'all. And when you got a seat at the table, then the only one that can keep you from the table is yourself. And so the valuable truths that we have is that we're stronger together. And to have a mastermind, you must have a mastermind group of people. It's amazing, y'all, when you go back and check out, there's a name for it. Somebody might in here can help me out if you know the name for it. But it's a name for when the animals and the insects and stuff begin to work together, like the... That's what I'm talking about. Say it again. Well, the ants are working with the caterpillar to get the caterpillar where he need to go safely. Why? Who knows why? Why? It's amazing. This brother started communicating, networking with folk. He started working with the ants. He's a caterpillar, but he know I got a vision, y'all. Y'all might not see what I see. And you might not understand what I understand. But I got a vision on the inside of me. I'm singing every morning. I believe I can fly. Because, y'all, I know that one day, a beautiful, 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 beautiful metamorphosis will take place. Will change will happen. And now, y'all, I got some new tools. If I can get into the cocoon. A caterpillar's job is to be carnivorous and hungry. That's your calling. My book, y'all, little plug, is The Calling. You can go on the internet. The Calling, James Cannon. The Calling, by James Cannon, because everybody has a calling. The table can't have a calling. It can have a purpose. It can't hear. But to have a calling, you got to hear. You got to be you're guided. He's guided to that cocoon because he's hearing something others don't hear. He's moving with a drum beat other people's not moving with. So this caterpillar, no matter what you think about him, how beautiful you might think he may be, he got a vision and he knows if I can get in there. And somehow he gets to talking to his master and his creator. He that put him together. He that stepped out on nothing, onto nothing, and made something out of nothing. He who made the watermelon and put the watermelon, a black seed, into a brown dirt, and it comes up a green watermelon with white stripe and red meat on the inside and some more black seeds. Whoever he is, wonderful and marvelous he is. And so the caterpillar knows that once I get into my cocoon and my master's talking to me, then I'm coming out brilliant. And that's why your teachers every single day, young men and young ladies, get up in the morning. That's why we care about you. That's why we're here today learning new songs, new things, get new dreams. So we can go back and get it to our family. Join the 4 o'clock club. Get up early in the morning. Do something new. Do an internet radio show. I can produce it for you. That's what I do. Produce an internet radio show. Do an hour show. I did an hour show called Cannon on Fire. I got 5 sons. Nick Cannon is my oldest. So I said, if I do Cannon on Fire, I can get any one of them to host the show when I ain't there. Okay? And they're brilliant. I love my sons, outstanding young men. But the point that I'm making here is there's going to be pitfalls. We are all caterpillars. We're all trying to understand this life. We need each other. Don't let nobody fool us. If we need to change some names or some things to make us stronger, then let's be wise enough to do that. Let's kick hate out the room so it never comes back in. Let's bring forgiveness in so smoothly, y'all, that the angels and God and everybody in heaven and the whole universe stands up and gives us a standing ovation because we finally figured it out, y'all. So now imagine this caterpillar finally gets into this cocoon. Metamorphosis comes. Now he has new tools, new wings. But now you got to really be careful. Now you got to be even more circumspectly. Because before, it was a lot he could do. Climb, but have you ever seen a butterfly with one wing, with his wing destroyed? Pitiful sight, y'all. Don't let nothing steal your vision. No, none of the young ladies, none of the narcotics, not your own personal laziness. Nick said, Dad, I want people to say, how can you do this at this young age? He ran Teen Nick for 8 years with no college, functioning out of his spirit, like the caterpillar, like the baby in the womb, hearing something nobody else is hearing and learning to trust it, y'all. You heard about Bitcoin. You heard about blockade technology. You heard about all the things that's getting ready to change this country. Okay, be wise. Pay attention. I wouldn't invest in the 19,000 Bitcoin. I'd look at all the dollar ones because they're all coming from the same blockade technology. Okay, So as you be wise and paying attention and wise, if they're going to legalize something in our country and make it legalized and all across the country, then everybody in the country should benefit and everybody should be at the table of the discussion. My point is this, that none of us is good as all of us. Let's go live. I call it power up, y'all. Because that's what the butterfly got to do. He's got to realize, listen, I'm on this ledge and I've never done this before. I've never ran a company before. I've never been the CEO before, the CFO before. I've never had this much responsibility. I went from $5,000 to $20,000. I've never done this, and it can cause you to back up. Fear can hit you. But that's when you got to come forward and understand you've been in the cocoon. You didn't pray already. Get up. You prayed. Let's get up. It's time to go. We didn't survey the land. We know it's flowing with milk and honey, y'all. Young kids, don't play all your time on them games, but take a look at what's there. It's a brilliant time. It's the best time to be alive, y'all. So much I want to birth inside you. So much I want to share with you. But the most important thing I want you to understand is that I appreciate you. I appreciate you for listening, because what I'm saying is valuable, okay? I have 5 sons. I love my sons tremendously. I love the communities across the nation. I love America. I sing it every morning. God bless America. Because this is where I played baseball. This is where I played football. This is why I got educated. And there's some questions and some things that need to be brought to the table. But that's why we have the internet. The internet shut down what the record companies were doing, so now everybody can get involved. That means you got new wings, take off. Booker T. Washington said, well, pull yourself up by your own bootstrap. Now we have some. Let's pull them up together, and we all can do this. So God and the angels and everybody can applaud and say, there lived a great people. And that's what we want, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you so very much, and because my time is valuable, and she says I got 2 minutes, I want you to understand this. That there is strength in unity, and none of us is good as all of us. But when that caterpillar got to get up, y'all, it's just him. When you got to wake up at 4 in the morning if you do a show at 6 o'clock in California, people going to hear that show at 9 o'clock. That's powerful. So if you're talking about Bitcoin or multi-level marketing or your businesses or just doing a show with your kid. My youngest son, Javen, is at Howard. I love him. Talented, more talented than all my boys. Wait, y'all see him real soon. But Javen, I said, son, do a show at Howard, man. Interview all your teachers and all your professors, especially your professors. And so I heard I said, Javen, that professor I heard on your show, stay away from him because he got issues. That's a tool for us as parents. There's tools. That's what I'm saying. Now we have tools. The caterpillar had very few tools, so you can complain, you can mope and get through this and excuses and this happened, that happened. Now, y'all, let's use the tools that we have to take it to the next level, to use the wings that we have and take life to a whole nother level. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I simply want to say that even though my conversation is endless, but my time is not, I simply say this, that in life, you only get a minute. It's just 60 seconds in it. It's forced upon you. You can't refuse it. You didn't seek it. You didn't choose it. But it's up to you to use it. You will suffer if you lose it. Give an account if you abuse it. That's powerful. I could leave with a great, outstanding situation, but can I have everybody just stand for a second as I go to my seat? And I appreciate you so much. And this is this. Here's the song, and you already know it. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if we can. Come on, y'all, it's not too hard. Reach out and touch. Can we do it? Because it's not difficult. I put too much time in here with the synergy. Let's reach out real quickly. I'm going to my seat. Reach out and touch. I'm talking to the lady back there in the back.